Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Big Arc. It's been a little bit since I've made a video, and that's because I've been kind of distracted with school. Not distracted, I should say. I've rather been really busy with school and finishing my degree. So I have about a month, 3 weeks left until I'm finally done, and I'll have 4 months to make content. But I really want to get this video out just because it's been about a month since I've actually uploaded something. If you haven't seen the other videos, I've been doing my character list updates where January, February, and now March, even though it's a little late, I'm going to be running you through my characters and kind of the progress I've done on my account in that meantime. I haven't played World of Warcraft too much since then, kind of just been farming gold in my spare time, and a couple characters have moved around, as you can probably see the differences in the realm list if you compare it to the other videos, but nonetheless, we're going to get straight into it. So Lightbringer is my first realm here. This is Boston Pizza. If you don't know the backstory, this is the name of the workplace that I work at. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and this is one of the restaurant chains there. And I don't know, I just needed a name one day and I was bored, so I thought, hey, why not just give it to him? And you can see here, like, he's just got a pretty weird mog on him. I mean, Orgrimmar, chest, legs, spalders, or the shoulders, and then these just long swords. I thought it looked really cool, and he's more kind of a troll. I mean, I just troll and shade chat whenever I go on there, and I use him to flip battle pets mostly, because I find that if I find some really cheap ones on here, I'll be able to sell them for a higher price on my main realm, so he's kind of the go-to for that. Next round we're going to get into is Zangarmarsh. So I used to play this guy back in Mists of Pandaria near the end when they gave out that boost for Warlords of Draenor. Grizzak was my main guy. I've just updated his transmog. I haven't played him too much. I mean, he's got a PvP set on and that Legion artifact weapon staff. I think it's like Scepter of Sargeras or something like that. But I haven't touched him too much. And this is my girlfriend's character. She really does not play it at all. Just kind of there for something that she can look at. She always says it's super cute, so I just leave it instead of deleting it. I probably won't ever delete it, but just so she has something. Not too much with this realm. Like, I mean, I don't really play it too much. You can see by the realm list that there's probably been some movement since the last time I've made a realm video like this. I mean, I've moved a bunch of characters, and you can see they're not all on Shadow Council and Blackwater Raiders anymore. You can see Thrall has some runner-up numbers, but I'll get to that in a second. We're going to head into Darkspear here, which is mainly my Alliance realm that I used to play on. You can see I have Mature, so before the level squish, I think he was around level 107, 108, and then now he is level 42, and he just has a full Mog, and that's about it. I mean, I really like this crossbow, and I put on my other hunter that you'll see as well, and I really like just kind of how this whole thing fits. So, Mature, I don't really play him too often. I don't play Alliance. I mostly play Horde now, but yeah, I guess he is here whenever I want to go play Alliance. Next thing that we're going to be moving on to is my Alliance Druid, Lorena. So I haven't played her too much, again, because I don't really play Alliance, but just for the sake of this video, I wanted to put on a really nice transmog set just for people to kind of notice that there is some playtime on them. Like, I have collected some armor items and to actually make them look decent. So I really like the look of this set on this Night Elf Druid. I think it's a little bit different for the Zandalari Druid because I have a level 61 as well, as you probably remember. If you don't, it's all good, it's coming up. But regardless, I really think the difference between the Horde and the Alliance set, because they're both the same set, they just look different. It's really cool. I like how it pairs with kind of that moonlight kind of on top there. I don't know if you can see with this kind of reflection on the screen, but on my monitor, it's really hard to tell that there's like a crescent shaped moon for each of these shoulders here. Maybe you can see it a bit better in the video. I hope so. But I really think this is really cool. I played her a lot in Mists of Pandaria as a boost, but haven't really touched her much since then. I haven't had a whole lot of time to even play any other characters, much less, you know, level up one of the opposite faction. So that's pretty much it for Darkspear. These next three realms, you're going to see there's a whole lot of differences in who's on them, what they look like, and a lot of the playtime and leveling that I have on them. So we're going to start with Shadow Council. This used to be my main realm. You can see that I have been doing some leveling because the armor is a little bit off on random owns, but if you do remember, he was a orc in the last couple videos. I saved up enough gold where I could afford like around 2 WoW tokens and then transfer him over to Troll because he was originally a human, then a troll, then an orc, and then I just wanted him back to Troll. I just like how trolls look, the way they're hunched, and it's really fun to play in that perspective, so I'm going to keep him as Troll for a little while. I want to get him to 60 because my main goal is to have every class at 60 so I can do class and spec guides for every single spec, and that'll come more once 9.1 rolls around. I just want to kind of brand myself as that YouTuber that knows every class. I mean, it'll still be a little bit before I get there, but I'm experimenting, I'm playing, I'm raiding with everyone that I have at 60 right now, and I'm kind of learning the ins and outs and the tips and tricks and all that, so hopefully it'll make a difference once it comes time to make those guides. Moving down, I still have Dundris, my warrior. Haven't touched him too much. He is still in the Maw. Has the Netherbane axe, and I think that's just an artifact weapon sword, so not too much on him. Has the Eternal Traveler vestments. Haven't played him in a whole long time. I'll probably level him up after my Death Knight, just because I want to get kind of a rotation going where I have people leveled to 60 as quick as possible. And then we have my Demon Hunter, Hawk Casserole. I have not played this guy in so long. I mean, I never play Alliance. He used to be my Dreamleaf farmer back in Legion. There used to be like these things that you could farm outside of the Emerald Nightmare, and then you could kill what spawns, and they'd reward like 20 Dreamleaf or whatever per guy, and then I'd be able to sell it on the auction house for a ton of money. So he used to be my main gold farmer, but I never play Alliance anymore, so it's kind of hard to justify even playing him nowadays. Alright, so the next account we're going to be looking at is Thrall. So this is my new main realm, and you can see we're just going to start at the bottom here. Chud Nugget is now turned into my farmer. He used to be a Magheart Orc, but he is now a High Mountain Tauren. I basically farm all of my materials for the guild with this. Anytime I do herbalism, mining, or skinning, the High Mountain Tauren are eligible to get extra kind of rewards from that. So instead of getting 1 unit per harvest, you get about 2 or 3, which is really nice, especially if you're trying to speed farm some stuff. So you can see I was doing some fishing on them earlier. It doesn't apply to fish, but I just need to catch like a couple stacks of, I think, Elysian Thade, and then that's pretty much it. I haven't played too much of him. He's maybe like 4 out of 9 on the Kyrian campaign, and I probably won't play too much until the next patch. He's about 155 item level, I think, so there's still some work I can do on him, but I've just kind of been staggering my time just on other characters because I haven't had time to play much of WoW in general. I have I Wet Blankets, so he is now over here. This used to be Robitussin on Shadow Council, but the name was taken when I got over here, and it was kind of that case where I tried maybe 5, 7 different names and none of them were being accepted, so this was the first thing that came into my head. Spammed enter and then it finally went through, so he is now I Wet Blankets. He's like 140 item level, fire mage. I don't do too much on him. I just leveled him up. We'll probably do a class guide and a spec guide once 9.1 comes out, but otherwise right now I'm just going to be doing my callings and getting gold on him. Next one we have is Corpse Hunter. So this has came a long way. In the original video he was Drail or Derail, which is one of my OG more original characters, and he is now an undead hunter named Corpse Hunter on Thrall. So originally he was on Blackwater Raiders, and I leveled him up and I was like, man, like I really want to play this guy more often, so I'm just going to transfer him over to Thrall because this is the main realm. So the guild that I am in with my friend Maz, as you probably saw in that PvP video we did in a little while back, this is where we do most of our guild stuff, our guild farming, and kind of get people to recruit for raiding. If I haven't mentioned this before, you haven't heard this before, we are doing a 9.1 raid team. Just we want to get numbers to fill in our roster spots so we can finally push content. We're a nice laid back group of guys and we enjoy playing the game, so if that suits you, just shoot me a PM, or just if you see me online, whisper me and I'll be able to talk to you more about it, or even in the comments of YouTube too. We're super open about it, so no worries there. Next we have Nakoto. So this is my Resto Shaman. He is about 180 item level. Haven't played too much on him. I mean, I do a little bit of Raid Finder. I'm going to try to get into some normal once I start leveling him up. He used to have a green shield and kind of scepter, which was the Legion artifact weapon for Resto Shaman, but he just got a new weapon. This is a 213 item level weapon, so that's just yet to be transmogged. So he's really cool. I love playing Resto Shaman just because of the heals they can pump out in group settings. I mean, Mythic Plus and any like kind of raid boss fights where you're really stacked close together, they super come in handy. I mean, I'll top the charts every time even though I'm under geared. I remember, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, I was running normal Castle Nathria, but I was only 145 item level and I was still keeping up with like the other 2 healers. I finished second, so I beat one healer that I think was 190 item level, so still a whole lot more item levels on me than I had, but the fact that they're just so powerful in that group setting and I had decent conduits really allowed me to pump out a whole bunch of healing, so that was really nice. Next we have Sausage Wally. So depending on what kind of video you saw last, this used to be K-Pax, an undead priest, But for now, I switched him over to Tauren because I didn't even know that was a thing that was possible. It's been a while since I've made a new character and actually taken a look at the character selection screen. So the fact that I saw that Tauren could be a priest, I was immediately on board. I mean, he looks so funny walking around, and he's actually a blonde Tauren too, so I feel like you don't see that too often. But I mean, when he's in shadow form and levitating, he just looks like one giant blur, and it's really funny to just watch him destroy stuff. He is 210 item level, and he kind of destroys the DPS charts. He's a shadow priest, and I have a whole lot of fun with him. He's my main right now, but depending on what kind of goes on, I may switch him around in the future. But otherwise, this is pretty much it for Thrall. This is the main realm, and we only have one more realm left, which is Blackwater Raiders. So eventually I'm going to be moving a lot of these characters over to Thrall as well, just once they're level 60 and when they're able to kind of, I feel like, fit in more, when I have an ability to have a use for them, whether it be professions, gold making, or even just playing them for getting gear and making progression. So we're going to start top to bottom, just because, I don't know, it already started here. This is Arcady. This is my other resto druid I was talking about. He is 167 item level, I believe, and I think he's close to getting his first legendary. I just run Torghast on him whenever I can, just go into a pug group, and then there's not too much besides that. I mean, he has a decent transmog, and I have a whole lot of fun playing Resto Druid. This is just my horde guy. Eventually, I want to get him over to Thrall, just because I like having all the healers in one space. But yeah, not too much other than that. I have Finesse, which is my Alliance Priest that I thought I was going to play. Did not play him at all, so he's still at level 51. He is still Venthyr. I did the Threads of Fate, and I may level him eventually, but right now I have no plans. I just want to get every class up first, and then if I have time, I'll probably do an alt for the other faction. Moving along, we have LeBron. He is currently on a flight path in the in-between. That's why his pet doesn't show up, but he is level 55. Almost level 56 actually. I am leveling him in Maljaxis right now, and I just really like the look of trolls, especially this one. He looks like the sand troll kind of from Tenaris, like from Zul'Farrak, where I don't know if that's the right one, but the one in Tenaris where those dungeons, they have like the sand colored skin and then they have like the war paint on them. It just blends really well with all the purple that he's got going on, so I like his look. It's simple, but I don't mind looking at it, so why not? He used to have a different headpiece, but that just got upgraded, so that's why it looks like that. But other than that, yeah, I'm really excited to play this guy. Just want every class at 60, like I said, so quicker I get there, the better. Then we have Mighty Stomp. So this is my Tauren Paladin. He is Retribution spec, but once he gets to level 60, I'm probably going to switch him over to either Holy or keep him as Retribution, just because I know, like, either spec they just destroy in PvP 2s and 3s arenas right now, so why not just do that and just have fun with it. I really like his Mog. It's a Legion or Warlords of Draenor Mog. I think it's a Warlords of Draenor Mog, and it was like 12 marks of honor for the whole set, and I think like another 5 for the sword, so it fits really well on him. I like the look on the Tauren with the bigger shoulders, and eventually I'll be playing him more, but I think he's just an Ouroboros for the rest of XP right now. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. And then I have Halleck, which is a Troll Enhancement Shaman. So this was my OG Shaman originally, but I didn't discover gold making and ideas to gold farm until I found that skinning method. It's a little outdated, but I have a video on it for those that want to check it out. But regardless, I didn't play him too much because I leveled up another Shaman on Thrall, and I just found, like, since that was my main realm, I didn't want to transfer this guy over, so I haven't really played him that much. He's about to go into the Maw, I think, so he has a little bit of time still to progress on him. He has the same colored sand skin and then the white paint, so he looks really cool as well. But regardless, these are all my characters. Thanks so much for tuning in. I have this idea for the next video where I kind of want to do a segment where I just break down how much I make from YouTube. So if you don't know kind of the story of my YouTube channel, I started way back in 2017 when I was in grade 10, around there, and I made a few videos, got about 130 subs, and I started in last November, started grinding YouTube again, and I got to 1,000 subs around January. And then I kind of took a little step back just because I had to focus on school now that the semester was starting, but I still rake in about $6 a day or so. And for a dead channel that hasn't uploaded in a month, like, that's still pretty decent. So I'm going to be uploading content pretty soon concerning that matter if you guys are interested. So I only have about 1,435 subs at the moment, so hopefully you'll kind of see the correlation between views and CPM and stuff like that. I'll do my best to explain it, but that'll be more of a real life video rather than a gaming video. So if that interests some people, let me know. I'll probably make it anyways, but if you look forward to it, that'd be awesome. Let me know. Regardless, thanks for tuning in. It's been your boy Big Arc. Peace.